Well, glad to see y'all today. I know you guys know why. I know why y'all here. It's just to, I just want to thank everybody for being a part of this. Thank you, all the Sooner fans for, just supporting me throughout these 4 years. I wish I could have ended better, but, it happens. And I just want to say that I gave you guys everything that I had. And while every time I stepped on the floor, it was 100%, 110% every time I stepped on the floor. And I just want to say I'm grateful for the support that y'all gave us. It was a lot of ups and downs, but it was a fun ride the whole time. Sweet 16 my sophomore year, Final Four around my junior year, and then having the new guys come in this year and compete as hard as possible every time we stepped on the floor. I guarantee you that, and the support that you guys gave me, it made me a better man being here on college campus, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
Jordan, what's the most disappointing part about it ending like this?
Disappointing, just the timing. Wish I could have finished the season out with my guys. We were trying to get things together. Some people claim that was a disappointing season, but as far as I'm concerned, it was just learning. It was just a learning curve.
How long does it take to make peace with the situation, or have you yet?
It just happened 48 hours ago, so I'm just trying to stay positive throughout it all.
Did you have a good feeling when it went down on Saturday night that this is probably what it was?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. I knew something was wrong, as I never felt that movement before, but it was just during the game, during the moment, my adrenaline, I wanted to get back out there and play really, but the doctors told me just to wait till we got back to get an MRI. When I got the MRI back, I knew the news.
Jordan, you talked about staying positive, and you seem really strong right now. What's gotten you to this point emotionally?
Yeah, just my family. My parents, they've been there for me. Just all my family members and the coaching staff. They've been supporting me, just telling me to keep, staying around the team, and I'm ready to, just have that presence around the team if I can.
How hard is this for you to go out like this? You were an Iron Man for this team your first 3 years. How much pride do you take in the fact that that's what you were for the first 3 years here?
Yeah, injury is kind of new for me. I've dealt with injury before in my basketball career, but during college I've been pretty successful with staying on the court. Now I'm going to have to be that leader off the court and just use, the things I've learned throughout my years here to, just better the team, better do anything possible I can to get the guys better.
What words of advice?
Has the team been a source of strength for you?
Yeah, absolutely. My teammates, they send me encouraging texts and encouraging messages when I see them. It's the same thing with them guys. I just love those guys to death. I do anything I can for them.
What words of advice would you have for Darion and Jordan Shepherd right now?
Just to go out and be aggressive. Play good basketball. They guys have a lot of experience this season, and I expect them to go out and compete at a high level.
Jordan, when you watch back the tape on television, you limp off and you're kind of getting checked out on the side, and you're smiling. What was going through your mind in that moment?
I was just smiling with prayer. I was praying, just hoping expecting worse, but hoping for the best in that situation. I just wanted my teammates to know that everything's going to be all right no matter what, and just wanted them to keep playing at that moment because I knew they had to finish that game without me.
And I know you went to Twitter and you talked about a comeback. Kind of talk about that.
Yeah, definitely expect to come back for me. This is not the last of Jordan Woodard. It's going to be a long haul, but I'm definitely excited for the work I have to put forward to continue my basketball career.
Has anyone told you a timetable yet? When's surgery scheduled, and how long do you think you'll be?
I don't have a timetable yet.
Jordan, your first 3 years weren't all a dream, but they were 3 pretty great years to have been on that ride, and then the way this year's been. How do you sort of wrap your brain around this 4 years?
Yeah, wouldn't trade it for anything. Competing for the Final Four is one of the greatest moments of my life. And even this season was a great season as far as, just learning and dealing with the battles, being in the trenches with the guys. It's just unfortunate how it's ending, but it's definitely just something that's going to make me stronger in the end.
Have you heard from any of the guys from last year's team that aren't around now? Buddy, Isaiah, Ryan?
Yeah, I talked to all those guys, and, they just gave me encouraging words. Anything, like a big brother would say, just to keep going. They told me that's not the end for me. I talked to those guys, though, and
Buddy had a great
No.
Buddy had a great Instagram post for you today. too? Have you heard from him at all?
Yeah, like, buddy, he shouted me out on Instagram. I appreciate him for that. I appreciate all those guys. They meant so much for me after coming here as a young guy, and those men, the guys that I looked up to, they always send me encouraging words, and they never let me settle. They never let me become complacent, and I know I pick up a big part of my work ethic in the gym from those guys, and my knowledge for the game from those guys, and even off the court, just having them just text me, and when they're going through things and taking the time out of their day to just send me well wishes, it just means the world to me.
Jordan,
Is that something you've tried to instill in the younger guys going forward?
Yes.
Do you feel like you were getting close to breaking out of this little slump that you've been in the last few games?
Oh,
It seemed like you
most
made
definitely.
a couple big shots.
I hit a couple shots, and I was feeling good, had a nice rhythm going. I tried to get to the basket, get to the free throw line more, because that's something I wasn't doing in the previous games.
How difficult do you think these next 3 weeks are going to be for you?
It's gonna be tough, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good for me. It's gonna be good for the team. The team's gonna grow. You talking about my knee or
Just like being there, but knowing you can't contribute. There's nothing you can do. You can't be out there on the court.
on the court? I sat out a few games this season, so I just gotta use that experience. Just coming to practice, get the guys better in practice.
Coach talked about how you had a lot of responsibility on your shoulders this year, being the one senior starter. Now that that you're done here, what's your feeling about the future of this team?
Future of this team is bright. It can only go up from here. The guys are young. Everybody's gonna be coming back next year, and I expect a lot. I expect a lot of big things coming from them.
You're on track to graduate. Given what's happened, how important is that to you? How important is your education and being in a position where you can get that degree?
Education always has come first. My mom, she wouldn't allow me to play if my grades weren't right. So my grades are gonna definitely just finish off on a high note. I'm gonna be able to put more attention to it. Being a student athlete, but I'm gonna be more of a student, less of an athlete during these last couple months.
What does it mean to you to represent Oklahoma high school basketball at the University of Oklahoma?
I just try to use the things that I've done, coming from Evan Memorial, being a graduate, starting off at Northeast. Just encourage guys. It's possible to stay at home and contribute, and you don't have to. It's your comfort level, and I was more comfortable staying at home. And with the coaching staff, they encouraged me to stay around. So it was just that comfortable position that the guys put me in.
You said we haven't seen the last of you. Where do you want us to see you next, and what gives you the belief you can get there?
On the court, definitely be on the court. Hopefully, see me at the next OU alumni game.
What do you talk about the ups and downs this season being battle tested? Do you feel like this is the kind of year where maybe you feel like you've grown more just through the adversities and maybe mental toughness, that type of thing?
Definitely, and with the support that the OU fans have given us during these tough times and the good times as well, they stuck around, and it's meant the world to me. It's helped me grow as a person, just to see how you could handle the adversity. And we've had some adversity, and we have a lot of good success. So, thank you for this. I just want to thank the Sooner fans again for having them support me throughout my 4 years here.
Looks like the most obvious area of growth in your game since you've been here is your three-point shot. Can you talk a little bit about how you got to a point where you became such a knockdown three-point shooter last season?
Yeah, well, everybody around me encouraged me to become a better player. But funny story, Buddy was just such a great shooter that I was really tired of him beating me in all the shooting games when we played one-on-one. I get tired of him beating me, and he was really a main factor in me helping my three-point shooting.
Jordan, when you think about your legacy here, what do you hope that is when people think about you in 5 years, 10 years? What do you hope that legacy is?
Just that I played 110%. I gave it all. I gave it all I can on the court, and I didn't take any games off. I didn't take any plays off. That I contributed in pretty much any way I could. I had a couple bad games. I had a couple good games too. So I just want them to know that in practice I was giving 100% too, and that's all I can ask for.
What when you think about this year, maybe it's too simple or too big to sort of roll into one word, but is there a word that comes to mind when you think about describing this year, that sort of fourth leg of your legacy?
It's a lot of words that come to mind.
What are some of them? You can throw out more than one. There's no rules here.
I'd rather not. I'd just rather say that this year was one of, believe it or not, it was one of my favorite years.
Really?
Yeah, this year was one of my favorite years because it really showed who was really true, you know, to the Sooner Nation, to all the Sooner fans that stuck around during the hard times. I appreciate them the most.
Thanks, Jordan.